everyone, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you're new and I haven't practiced with you before, I'm Abby, and today we have a full body Vinyasa flow with the focus being on this sense of compassion, of kindness, and journeying through our Yamas. So I'll talk you through very briefly because we don't have much time for these videos, but the Yamas is the first of the 8-limbed path in our yoga practice, and they are essentially a set of ethical, morals, principles in the way that we interact with ourselves and the world. So the first one is Ahimsa, and this one is all about cultivating this sense of kindness. Roughly translated, it is non-violence, which obviously means, you know, don't go around hitting people and be mean, but more than that, it is about non-violence in the way we speak to ourselves, to others, and again, just really embracing this sense of kindness, which is, you know, something, whether or not you are familiar with yogic philosophy, it just feels like something we should all be doing anyway. So in terms of our physical practice, a really good opportunity to start on the mat. So these principles are incorporated into daily life, but to start with our practice on the mat, really good opportunity today as we work through some potentially powerful postures, and we'll move a little bit quick. So a really good opportunity for you to tune into your body. Just try and think about exactly what you need in this moment, not what we think we should be doing, what it looks like, all of that, and just what feels really good for you. So a great place to start, and then hopefully these are things as well that start to filter off the mat and into daily life. So we'll get started. We're just going to begin seated today. If you have a block, grab it. A block could be quite useful for this practice actually. Don't worry at all if you don't. I find it quite nice to have the hips elevated, so come in to sit on a block. And we'll just start with just a few moments here to get settled. So take any little fidgets, movements that you need as you arrive on your mat today. Rest in the hands wherever feels comfortable, and then gently begin to close your eyes. Let's just notice as we begin what comes up for you. It might be that we're drawn to the physical sensations in the body. Or maybe the mind feels a little bit busy, distracted, as we transition from the constant busyness, the doing, the always thinking, as we just move into this space of quietness. Doesn't mean that it's going to happen easily or naturally. This is why we just take a little bit of time at the beginning of practice to move away from all of those distractions. Starting to bring your focus to your breath, lengthening those breaths. So as you inhale, really try and breathe into the belly. Allow the belly to expand, and then as you exhale, relax the shoulders and just let go. A few more just like that. So long inhales, long exhales. And throughout our practice today, as we begin to move, as I said, there'll be options if you're looking for a little bit more power. That's with every single practice we do here. It is all about what feels good for you. They are just options. You are the guide. Your breath is the guide. So any time throughout practice, the breath doesn't feel free and easy, take a moment to pause, to reconnect. Let's take a big releasing breath together to begin. So in your own time, inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, sigh it all out. One more there, big breath in. Let it go. Gently begin to open the eyes. Coming into our tabletop position to begin. So if you have that block, pop it somewhere towards the top of your mat. It's going to come in useful. And then roll it over or sweep the legs around, coming onto all fours. As you arrive there, just take a little moment to explore. So maybe a little roll through spine, maybe a drop of the belly, a roll of the head and neck. Just start to ease into the body. And then you're more than welcome to come into your regular cat-cows today, but I'm going to give you another option. So walking the hands forward slightly, the knees back a little. Start with small movements here as we begin to warm up, but we're going to inhale, come forward, maybe lifting the feet. You can bend the elbows, you don't have to come super low. Exhale, tuck the toes, wave the body back, almost into this tuck toes, child's pose. Inhale to come forward, maybe lifting the feet, open. Exhale to send it back. Let's go for 3 more, just like that. Maybe we start to create a little bit more space, but again, take it slow, be gentle with these movements. And see how slowly you can breathe. And in turn, how slowly you can move. 1 more here. Making sure that your breath is the guide, not my cues. We might be moving at a slightly different time. Bringing it all the way back. And then this time, as you wave the body forward, walking the hands even further and begin to melt the chest down towards your mat, coming into our puppy pose. It might be that we stay up a little higher today. Try and feel where the hips are above the knees. You could bring the forehead down to the mat. You can even bring the chin down if that feels okay. Just explore, see where feels good for you. And again, just breathe into this space with every exhale, just seeing if we can release a little bit more. Taking one final big deep breath. And then slowly coming up. Walk the hands towards the knees all the way back. And then begin to lift the knees up. Walk the hands a little further and we come into this little toe balance here. You might want to keep the hands down. You might want to bring the hands to heart center. Take a moment, steady your gaze, find your drishti, that focal point just ahead. 1 more big breath in. And then as you breathe out, try and lower the knees. You can use the hands, of course, with control. And then walk the hands all the way forward. Start to lift the knees off the mat, coming into your first downward facing dog. Explore again the shape. So maybe pedaling the feet, shaking the head. Rooting down through the fingertips, the base knuckles as we push the weight back. So we haven't got too much weight in the arms here. We're pushing the chest back towards the thighs. Take a few more breaths, maybe still moving, maybe come into stillness. And then next time you breathe in, coming high onto the toes, gaze forward and take a few little steps all the way to the top of your mat. Take an inhale to lift and lengthen through the chest halfway, maybe fingertips are on the shins or the mat. And then exhale to soften and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale as we root to rise, push down through the feet, roll up the spine in this little wave in motion, nice and slow, and then taking the arms all the way up. Exhale, brings hands through heart center, and then release by the sides, Tadasana. A little roll of the shoulders there. Take a moment to pause. Every time we come to stillness in this practice as well, or even through the movements, notice that little voice in your head if it's there today. And just no judgment, not trying to change it at this point, just notice what it's saying. So, such a vital part of our practice in Ahimsa and kindness is the thoughts. We want to retrain that voice to be kind, to be compassionate to ourselves. And again, a great place to start in our physical practice when things get tough. Notice what that voice says. Over time, we try and make it a little bit kinder. Next time you breathe in, open the eyes, reach the arms up. Exhale to dive it down. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back through your first vinyasa. You might come down to the knees for this one. You might skip vinyasas. Again, tune in what feels good. Exhale, send it back to downward facing dog. Just one breath there today. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to come onto the toes, soften the knees. Step, hop or jump, top of your mat, lift the chest. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. And then exhale, straight back down, so hips back, chest forward. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step, jump, or straight back to your downward facing dog. If we're taking the vinyasa super slow with the breath, inhale to open. And then exhale, wave it back. Again, just one big breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to gaze forward, come onto the toes. As we exhale, step or jump. Inhale, lengthen the chest. Exhale, Uttanasana into your fold. Inhale as we rise. One more time, exhale to dive down. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to plant the hands, a step or float back through your vinyasa. And then wave it back to downward facing dog. Take a moment. You might want to take a big release in breath. You might want to continue with a bit of movement. Last one there. And then next time you breathe in, roll the body forward, find your high plank. You might need to adjust the feet a little bit. And then as you exhale, dropping the heels to the right, bend the knees, push back. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, heels to the left, push back. Inhale, high plank, one more each side. Exhale, drop the heels, push back. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, heels to the left. Inhale, high plank, and then exhale, wave it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, high on the toes. Exhale, a step or a jump, top of your mat. Inhale to lengthen the chest. Exhale to fold. Inhale to come all the way to standing, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands through heart center. We come back, Tadasana. Again, option, close the eyes, take a moment. Listen to that breath. Slow it down. As we start to add into this practice again, just know that whatever you do today, whatever you choose to do, is exactly right for you. Don't feel like you have to take every option, and know that rest is just as productive, if not even more so, than the movement. Okay, next time you breathe in, open the eyes, Utkatasana. So either arms up, hands at heart center, little tilt of the pelvis, roll the shoulders back. Try and avoid kind of sticking the bum out, bring it in. Take one more breath in. And then exhale to fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump through your vinyasa. And wave it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Step the right foot towards the right thumb, spin the back heel down, bring it up. Virabhadrasana A, warrior one, reach the arms up. You can have the hands roughly shoulder width, or you can bring palms together. Try and push through that back heel and then rotate the left hip forward. Take another breath in. And then exhale, open it out, warrior two. You might need to adjust the feet. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze through the glutes to open into that hip space. So we want the knee tracking roughly over the middle toe. Hold for another breath. And then inhale, flip the front palm, and then exhale to reverse your warrior. So try and keep that bend in the right knee and open through the right side body. Get this stretch all the way through the right side. Lengthen. Taking one more big breath in. And then as you exhale, come all the way forward through your warrior two and then start to straighten the right leg. You might need to walk that back foot in just a little bit. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, left hand is going to come forward. So we take this little spin, this twist for our revolve trikonasana. It may be that you grab your block here and left hand comes to a block. You're really trying to pull that right hip back. If you don't have a block, you could place the left hand towards the right shin, or you could place the left hand on the mat. Try and pull that right hip back, left hip forward, and then open into that twist. Maybe the gaze goes up. One last breath. And then as you inhale, look down towards the mat, spin it all the way back, and then exhale, warrior two. Inhale there. And then exhale, hands down, frame that right foot, turn the back toes. Inhale, sweep the right leg high. And then as you exhale, right knee comes towards the nose. Take a breath in. And then exhale, we're going to hover that right knee off the mat for 3. Bring it up as high as you can. For 2. Bring it up. For 1. Bring it up. And then inhale, come back to your 3-leg dog. Option for a single leg vinyasa there. You could drop the knees, or you could take it straight back to downward facing dog. We'll all come to meet there. Take a breath in through the nose. Sigh it out. Inhale, left leg lifts. Step that left foot towards the left thumb. Spin the back heel down. Warrior one. Inhale, bring it up. Again, take a moment to arrive into that shape. As always, if warrior one doesn't feel good on your back knee, come into a high lunge, lift the back heel. Little roll back of the shoulders. Try and rotate the right hip forward. Inhale. Exhale to open it out, warrior two. Again, adjust as you need. Squeeze through the glutes to open into that hip space. Think about expanding through the front body. Maybe we need to pull that right arm back a little bit so we're not leaning forward. Hold it there. And then inhale, flip that front palm, take a little lean. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Stretch through left side body whilst being really strong through the legs. Lengthen. Can we reach those fingertips a little higher? Inhale there. And then exhale, come back through your warrior two. Start to straighten the right leg. Again, you might want to heel toe that back foot in just a little. Inhale. And then exhale, right hand spins all the way down to wherever it gets to in order for us to be in this shape and breathe well. So maybe right hand is on the mat, a block, or your left shin. Maybe the gaze goes up as we twist. Try and rotate that right hip forward if we can. You might be feeling that through that left glute, the left outer hip. Breathe into that space. Maybe the exhales take us a little bit deeper into the twist. One more. And then inhale, bring it all the way up. Exhale, bend the left knee, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, take the hands down. Inhale, turn the back toes, sweep the left leg high, 3-leg dog. And then exhale, knee to nose. Stay for the breath in. And then we hover the knee off the mat for 3. Pull it in for 2. For 1. Next inhale takes that left leg all the way back. Your vinyasa, if you would like to keep it lifted, only if that doesn't compromise the shoulders. So if we're kind of falling down onto the mat, then drop the knees, make it safe. And again, make it feel good. Okay, take a breath here through the nose. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Inhale, gaze forward, high on the toes. Exhale, step, hop or jump. Lift the chest as you breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Utkatasana as you breathe in, chair pose. So sweep the arms up. Again, try and avoid kind of sticking the bum out. Pull the pelvis in. So really try and get that little tilt. Lengthen through chest and shoulders. One more breath. Inhale. And then exhale. Hands through heart center. Release the arms by the side. Take a moment. Every time we pause, a chance to reconnect to the breath, and again a chance to remind ourselves that we are doing good. We're exactly where we need to be. Just breathe. I say it a lot, but even if we did this whole practice and just connected one movement to breath, that is yoga. That is enough. Okay. Next time you inhale, sweep the arms up, eyes open. Exhale to fold. Inhale, chest lift. Exhale, plant the hands, maybe a vinyasa or straight to downward facing dog. Nice and slow again. If you're taking the vinyasas, no rush. We come to meet there. Take one deep breath. And then inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, figure 4 downward dog. So you're going to try and cross that right ankle either above or below the knee. Breathe in there. If that feels too much, you could pop the right toes down or cross at the ankles. Take one more inhale, push the chest back. And then as you exhale, you're going to pivot that left heel in and then see if you can lift the left arm. So we're in this kind of variation of a side plank. If that feels a little too much today, drop the right knee. If you want more, you can extend the right leg out just in front. Hold it there, one last breath. Inhale, look down towards the mat, wherever we are. Everybody, drop that left hand down. Pivot all the way over for wild thing. So you're going to lift that right leg up and over, drop it behind you. You could always come all the way down. Again, if this feels a little bit too intense today. If you're in your wild thing, squeeze through the glutes, lift the hips and expand through the chest. One more breath. And then everybody, wherever we are, look down towards the mat. You're going to see if you can pick up the right toes. As controlled as we can, we're going to try and step the right foot towards the top of the mat, nice and slow. And then inhale, high lunge. So we all come to meet here, however we get there. Reach the arms up, squeeze into the glutes, the inner thighs. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bring in hands to heart center. Start to shift the weight forward. Look forward. Find your drishti, that steady gaze. And then we're going to see if we can take a few steps or one step coming into our warrior 3. Once you're there and you've maybe caught a little bit of balance, start to bend into right knee. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, left knee comes behind the right and we squat. Inhale, keep the right knee bent as we send the left leg back. Exhale, knee to back of knee. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, bring it in. And then inhale, send it all the way back and see if you can lower that left foot back down to the mat with control. Reach the arms up. And then exhale, hands to heart center, twist to your right. So twisted lunge. Maybe you stay there today. Maybe we get that hook. So we hook that left elbow over the right knee. You could always lower the back knee here as well. Hold it there, one more. Inhale, start to lift, but stay in this twist and expand the arms out. So right arm back, left arm forward. And then exhale, right hand towards that back leg. Doesn't matter how far it gets. Maybe we shift the gaze up as we expand through the chest. One last breath, lengthen. Inhale, and then exhale. You might want your block for this bit, nice and slow. Look forward. We transition into our revolved half moon. So left hand either comes to your block or the mat and see if we can lift that left leg. And again, we twist. So think about that revolved trikonasana that we did. You can always stay there, keeping the back foot down. We're going to try and twist the chest as we balance. Not easy. You can always take the gaze up. Again, every breath is an opportunity to explore into the posture more, see how it feels for you. Last one. And then everybody, lower that left foot to meet the right. Lower the right hand down to the mat, pop your block to the side. Take an inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. One more. Inhale to lift. And exhale to fold. Inhale, lift. Plant the hands back or down. Step, hop through your vinyasa. We meet back in that downward facing dog. Again, if it feels good to a big releasing breath, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts. No, it doesn't. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, that figure four. So that left ankle, either above the knee, below the knee, at the ankle. We know where we're going with this one. So if it didn't feel good on the other side, change it, make it work for your body. Push the chest back, try and open into left hip. Breathe in. And then spin that right heel inwards. So the back foot is parallel with the back of your mat. And then see if you can lift that right arm. Again, options here. You might stay you might fall over. You might stay exactly where you are. You could lower the left knee, or you could reach that left leg forward. Strong through the arms. Try and push up. One more breath. And then looking down towards the mat, that right hand lowers. And then we flip that left foot all the way up and over, wild thing. Maybe dropping the toes behind. You could also drop the hips here. But again, if you're in that wild thing, think about squeezing the glutes to open through the chest. Check in with the breath. This is hard, this is tough, this flow. So feel free, take as many moments to pause. Okay, that transition, looking down towards the mat. Push down through the right hand. Can we slowly, slowly, slowly lift the left toes and then step them to the front of the mat. Inhale brings us into our high lunge. Reach the arms up. Squeeze the inner thighs. Take a big breath. Next time you breathe out, hands come to heart center as we start to shift the weight forward. One side tends to be easier than the other for most of us. Find your drishti, your gazing point, and then lift. Warrior three. When you find that you've maybe got a moment of balance, start to bend that left knee this time. Take an inhale to push back through the back heel, and then exhale, that right knee comes behind. Inhale to lengthen, keep that left knee bent if you can. Exhale to bring it in. One more. Inhale, lengthen, I'm shaking. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale as controlled as we can. The right foot steps towards the back of the mat. Reach the arms up, take a breath. Inhale. On your exhale, hands to heart center, and we twist to the left. You might stay up high, maybe you hook the elbow, or again, you could drop that back knee. You may be feeling a little something or a lot in that left glute, outer hip. Breathe in there, last one. Coming up into our twist, so stay twisted, but expand that left arm back, right arm forward, open it out, breathe in. Exhale, maybe left hand comes towards either lower back or the right leg as we open up in this revolve lunge. Lift the chest, expand, but try and keep the bend through the left knee. You could always bend the back knee as well. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way forward. That right hand is going to come either to your block or the mat. And then maybe, I need to move back a little bit, maybe we lift the right leg. And again, we are going to give that left glute, hip a little break in a moment. Try and open through the chest. Last breath here. Push through that back heel. This is really hard. Breathe in. And then release the right foot down to join the left. Release the left hand down. Pop the block to the side if you used it. Take an inhale to lengthen the chest. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Slow the breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, find that halfway lift, plant the hands. As you exhale, step or jump through your final vinyasa if you would like it. And we meet back in our downward facing dog. Again, breathe in through the nose, the biggest breath yet if we can. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Inhale, look forward. This time we're going to bring it to seated, however you would like to get there. If you would like to try a little jump, come high onto the toes, bend the knees, try and shift the weight over the wrist as we maybe somehow get onto the mat. Shuffle back a little bit. We're going to come into, once I can breathe, our Janu Shirshasana. So extending that right leg out, chest over the right thigh, left sole of the foot comes in. We're going to start to slow it down, rotate the chest, flex the right toes, breathe in, and then exhale as we fold. You might want to use a strap here, a towel, or you could bend the right knee. Think about lengthening with every breath in, and then releasing down with every exhale. Not trying to get the head to the shin, but maybe trying to connect chest to thigh, and it doesn't matter how bent the knee is to get there. Slow the breath. Give yourself time now to appreciate everything you've just done. It was not easy. Last one. Inhale, slowly peel the chest up. We're just going to step that right foot over the left thigh. Left hand comes behind. Breathe in to lengthen the right arm up. Breathe out, either hugging that left leg or popping the elbow towards the thigh. Really lengthen through the chest on the inhales. Think about pulling up from the crown of the head, and then the exhales maybe finding a little bit more twist, just as far as feels comfortable. Last breath. And then begin to unravel. And we're just going to switch sides there. So bring that right sole of the foot in. Flexing the left toes towards you. Take an inhale to lengthen through the spine. And then exhale as we fold. Allowing the breath to hopefully return to a slower, steady pace. Allow the body to relax, even though we're active through the left toes, the left foot, allowing the upper body to melt down. Next time you breathe in, really slowly unraveling the spine, come all the way back up, and then stepping that right foot across. Right hand behind, inhale to lengthen that left arm up, and then exhale, either hugging the right knee or using the elbow. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. And slowly unravel there. And we're just going to come all the way down. So bend in the knees, start to roll it all the way onto your back. We're not going to go too slow today, but not too fast either. Come all the way down. Release the arms out to the side. Bring the soles of the feet to the edges of the mat, and then just drop. You could take the arms out wide if you have the space. Drop the knees from side to side. This is your chance as well to take any final movements or postures before we come into fairly short Savasana today. So anything your body needs, go there now. And then in your own time, no rush at all, get yourself comfortable, come into your Savasana. Maybe legs out wide, maybe soles of the feet together. Grabbing any props that's going to make this as comfortable as possible. Arms out wide, palms face up, eyes softly closed. Take a big breath in. Sigh it out. With that sigh, we try and let go. We let go of any tension, anything we might be holding on to. We also let go of whatever happened in the physical side, the asana of our practice. These powerful flows, obviously challenging, create heat in the body, but they're also a really great opportunity to challenge yourself in knowing when to pause. And again, reminding yourself that wherever you got to today, that's exactly where you needed to be. A reminder that the kindness starts from within, starts from ourselves, with our thoughts. So again, just taking a moment here to be grateful for your body, for everything that it does for you. And to appreciate showing up today, taking this time. And just as you intentionally moved, take the time now to intentionally rest. Okay, starting to deepen the breath. Just start there without any movement, big deep breaths. As always, if you have the time, please stay in your Savasana for as long as you can. If you would like to move on, starting to bring movement in through fingers, through toes. Maybe that big full body stretch. And then in your own time, either rolling onto your side, your favourite side, or if you prefer, knees to chest. Slowly keeping the eyes closed, we meet back in any comfortable seated position. Take your time. Once you arrive there, bringing the hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra, bowing the head. A final moment for gratitude, for appreciation, for ourselves, our bodies, for those people around us, and for the lineage, the practice of yoga that allows us to explore and to deepen this connection to ourselves and to others. Let's end with a big releasing breath together. When you're ready, breathe in. Sigh it out. Bringing the thumbs to the third eye, that space between the eyebrows. Give it a little massage. Take a big bow down. And when you are ready, opening the eyes. Thank you so much, as always, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to share your practice with me here today. Really, really hope you enjoyed it. And I hope that through this practice that we can just maybe take a little bit more compassion, more kindness for ourselves as we move off the mat today. And yeah, just notice how we talk to ourselves. As always, I really appreciate if you could take a moment to subscribe, or maybe leave a comment if you did enjoy the practice. And I really hope to see you again here soon. Thank you.